Welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be taking a look at the rates currently available on JP and Global. I also want to talk about a little bit of the Sonic strikers we have currently available. Hello there. So yeah, I think hello. I think the first thing I want to do is talk about the Sonic strikers. I don't know how many of you follow the JP game, but we're going to get joint exercise pretty soon. And what is interesting is the first joint exercise. We are going to have enemies with siege armor. On the bottom, you should be able to see now the 4 strikers we have currently available. We have Summer Hanako, Momiji, Ichika, and Kasumi. So Hanako has a spammable 2-cost EX skill that you can spam up to 3 times depending on how many water charges you have. Momiji has the highest attack of the bunch because she's a rocket launcher user, and at max investment with all the affection bonuses and stuff, she gets like 21k attack, which is gigantic, but she has low multipliers. Ichika has the highest multipliers and is the 3rd highest attack of the group, and Kasumi has middle-ish multipliers, like she's in between, like because her EX skill multiplier grows the more you use it. Every 3 uses she gets like a huge bonus, but without that bonus she's like middling and she has the lowest attack. However, Kasumi has a defense debuff that helps a lot her performance, and I think she's gonna be pretty good. When it comes to the AoE area, Ichika and Hanako have the same cone, and Kasumi and Momiji have the same circle. So what I think is that looking at them, like they are all 4 are pretty similar, like between Hanako and Ichika and Momiji and Kasumi. They share a lot of things. They all have heavy armor, and they are all AoE specialists. And I think this is kind of a hint for us players to prepare for what's coming next. Also, the joint exercise is a little bit of a hint, because we are getting all geared for AoE challenges. Indeed, the next JP challenge is a horde challenge, so we're going to be facing a horde of little cubes that will try to kill us. And yeah, I think for now, like, these 4 are going to be like our best choices until we get like a nuke DPS, to say so, or like a really good support for the Sonic strikers. But if you don't have all 4 of them, 3 will suffice, at least for the joint exercise. You can use 1 per team and you should be able to get a 4-4 clear. But as one character may not be enough for you to carry you through the challenge, there is this chart I made a long time ago. I can pull it up. Okay. So in this chart, you can see how Sonic damage interacts with the different types of armors, and how siege armor interacts with the different kind of damages. And so then the cubes on the joint exercise will be siege armor. So either penetrating or mystic strikers will help us through the challenge. An explosive will be like a really suboptimal choice. So keep that in mind, that if you are lacking one Sonic Striker, you can still pull it off if you manage to do enough damage with Mystic and penetrating strikers. So now I'm gonna start doing a little bit of Bina. But it's not going to be like the main focus. I'd like to you guys share your thoughts about the Sonic Strikers, what's coming, and a little bit of everything, and just like take a little bit of a guess of what's gonna be the future. The thing that I wanted to show is that the game, the way it has evolved, like insane clears are starting to be a little bit on the low end when it comes to ranking in raids and other challenges. I mean, in JP we have the advantage that gold is like really big as a bracket, but it's starting to be a little bit on the low end. Insane clears. And even tournament clears are getting, well, Bina is kind of an exception, but there are some tournament clears that are 2 or 3 teams. Bina is still about 4 teams per clear. And I think that one thing that has changed is that now we are fighting on a disadvantage. Because I don't know if everyone knew this, but you get a damage debuff when you are under the level of the enemy. So in tournament the enemy is level 90 and we have max level 87, so we have 3 levels of disadvantage, so we are losing some DPS, and that's why we also need more teams, because we are doing less damage than we should. And yeah, like the HP pool is larger, the enemy deals more damage, but mainly the disadvantages we get on tournament are higher. But we also have more students available, and like resources have become a little bit more abundant. Like before I was always struggling to get credits, now I have 78 million. Experience is still a little bit on the short side, and fragments too, but I think they have improved a little bit how we gather these resources, and I think that in the future tournament is not going to be the highest difficulty. I think when we reach about max level 89, probably we're going to get a new difficulty level. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I'm kind of curious like how the game will evolve, because right now we're getting a lot more resources in the form of medals, and there are more types of contents that reward us with credits and experience. So it's going to be really interesting. Yep, and the tournament is becoming more manageable with time, but I think it's becoming more manageable for... I don't think for free-to-play is still too manageable. I think it's still like pretty much a struggle for free-to-play players, but low spenders, like people that get like the monthly passes and stuff like that, they are starting to get into the bracket where they can do tournament with no issues. But for me, for example, I don't get any microtransactions, so I'm still not capable of doing tournament. I've come close in some raids, but Bina is one I can't. I don't have all the students I should. And let's take a little bit of a look at them. So, well, one of the main issues of my JP account is that I don't have New Year Fuka and Ako, and that's a huge problem because for me the rental it's becoming an issue. I cannot rent more than one character per run, so it's gonna limit my choices. On the other hand, like there are characters that before were not like that great, and even today they are not that great. But as we need more students to fill teams and we need to put more bodies on the field, students like Neru, Marina, they are becoming more common. They are starting to see more use. Amy too is like, she's not a great character, but she works well enough to, to do these kind of challenges. I think you see, like, it's becoming pretty standardized what people uses. There are some small variations here and there, but like the game is pretty much figured out. Um, I think that meta chasing is becoming harder as there is like a meta that is before Torment and after Torment. So if you're a meta chaser, you have to be aware that there are many characters that are not that great, but will be useful in Torment difficulty and above. Because I think there's going to be another difficulty in the future. Probably not soon, but there will be one more. And like if you are like meta chasing just to get to insane, it's easier. You don't need to pull in as many banners, but keep in mind that your ranks will start to suffer, especially in the global version, because the brackets are a lot more tight. So global version, it's going to be harder to stay in gold, even though the difference in prices is not that big, but you start to feel like 800 compared to 1200. It's kind of a big difference. Gold is like the sweet spot, the middle ground, so staying in gold is like the ideal, but yeah, I think it's gonna get harder in the future. So like that was my problem when I tried to make meta tier list. Actually, I always thought like, but this character is really helpful in Torment that has no use before Torment. Yeah, yeah, that's my issue too. Like lately, I have been thinking about making a tier list. I don't know how to break it up because there are characters that are objectively like S tier, like Mika, Himari, Mako, but then you have characters that are like F tier, and then you get Torment difficulty, and they're A tier. So it's hard to break down. So I've been thinking like maybe make a tier list that is like before Torment, and then make a second tier list that is after Torment. Because Torment difficulty has changed the game a lot. And I think it's interesting because the combat system in Blue Archive is fairly simple. Like by itself, is you don't have too much control. But they utilize this lack of control we have to make us strategize around things that are not that conventional. And I think that's great. The only issue is that the resources we get, even though they have improved a lot, they are still fairly limited. So I think that it's hard to reach like a point as free to play in which you are comfortable to clear every challenge, especially for new players. I don't think it's impossible, but it takes longer. Yeah. Like, I've been thinking about using Kazusa, but did you have Kazusa is one I didn't invest into her too much, and now she fell behind. And it's hard to recover characters that fell behind if you didn't invest in them when they came out. Because there is always a new character that you want to build. So that's why I think resources is a little bit troubling right now. And it's also funny because I think the scoring system has changed in time. Because on this account, I'm being one team and I'm getting 25 million score. And in the global account that we will see later on Ghost in St. Clair's, I'm doing 2 teams and I'm getting about 26 million score. So yeah, it's fun. I think the scoring system can change. I think they have also changed the stats of the bosses, but that's only like a guess. I don't have any evidence about that, but I think the boss have become a little bit tougher. I think they have increased the HP pools, like they feel like a little bit more powerful now. I think they, like before, when Torment got figured out, and I mean Insane got figured out and Torment was not released yet, I think the bosses were a little bit easy. And now Insane is still easy, but it's a little bit more challenging than before. Yeah, in global I'm teaming Ghost in Insane. It's complicated. I always had a hard time with Ghost. It's a boss that mechanically is very different to every other boss. And there is a strategy that some people in JP has used, but I tried it and it doesn't work for me. I think it's because you need to have everyone like max investment and at least like level 30 on affection, because I lack the damage. I think the bonuses I have are not high enough. But there is people that in JP that want teams Insane Ghost with Hinata boosting. They go Hinata, Ui, New Year Kayoko, Himari, and Ako, and they one shot Insane Ghost. I don't know how they do it though. I tried it myself and I cannot pull it off. I think it's just a lot of resources into all of those characters to make everything work. Because my characters go down or I just don't do enough damage, it's complicated. Ghost is hell. But another thing I think it's worth making a note of. Let's go to the characters. And let's take Ichika. So okay, so the thing is that Ichika, I think, has the highest damage potential of the 4 strikers after Ako. I mean, after Hanako, obviously, because she's like a monster. She's a festival character, so she has to be OP. But the thing is that if you see, for example, Ghost is complicated because of his critical resistance. So I don't know the exact math on how it works, but the thing is that attack is important, critical is important, but when you confront those stats to the boss or like the enemy armor type and stats, there is a lot of fluctuation. So Ghost has a really high critical damage resistance. It's not like he's hard to land critical hits on because his critical resistance is not that high, but his critical damage resistance is really high. So what that means is that even if you manage to critical on him, the damage you will get from that critical hit, it will be a lot lower than what the raw math would suggest. When you take that in consideration, you start seeing why effectiveness buffs are so OP and why I think Ichika has like a really good damage potential, like close to Ako, like because she can boost her Sonic effectiveness and the downtime of it is really low. Like she has 30 seconds cooldown for the first activation, and after that you will only have 10 seconds of downtime every time. At max level, this is a 63% effectiveness buff, something like that. And that is a lot of damage, because you have to keep in mind that effectiveness, it doesn't mean siege armor Sonic damage. Effectiveness means that it deals 150% damage or more. Hello, welcome. No, we just began. I was talking a little bit about the damage calculations, because I think the game is changing towards a direction where effectiveness and raw attack is going to be a lot more important, because critical resistance in the main challenges is getting really high, and Ghost is a good example of it. Ghost, you can crit him like fairly often, but his critical damage resistance is really high, so your crit damage is not going to be that high. And that's why effectiveness is so good, because for example Mystic armor will take 115% damage from Sonic damage. So you are doing 1.5 times the damage. And since you have effectiveness, the effectiveness buff for Sonic will also apply when you attack a Mystic enemy, because you have effectiveness. And for example, if you look at the graph again, yeah, Hinata has a really high crit damage, and Yuzu also has a really high crit damage. Yuzu has an issue with her crit rate, is a little bit on the low side. Hinata is not that low, so she's more consistent, and I think that's why people can one-shot Ghost with Hinata. They take profit of the weak effect because she deals 200% damage, and they profit from the crit damage. They probably go, they boost it with all. They have Ako, Himari, Ui. They all give a lot of attack, crit damage, crit rate, and that's why they can blow up the boss. Also, Hinata, I think she has a lot of self-boosting herself, so she's really strong, even though her attack is a little bit on the low side, it's not that high. But you can boost her attack a lot because of how high her crit damage stat is. And she's one of those characters that can break the, like, she reaches that break point in which the boss crit damage resistance is not that important, because her stat is really high. But still, like, Ghost has 5000, which is the max. So yeah, like, it's not like she will deal full critical damage, but she will deal like really good damage still. Yeah, that's why, for example, New Year Kayoko is so good, because she boosts effectiveness. And I think that's the other factor that works a lot, very well with Hinata, because you're boosting her effectiveness together with all the critical and attack buffs you're giving her. And that's why her damage can reach that breakpoint that allows you to get to the one team clear on Ghost. But it's really resource intensive. It's really hard to build that strategy off, especially because you have a slow start and you have to survive 2 waves of enemies that spawn right at the beginning. And for that you really need to be like max investment, because otherwise your HP pools will be too low and you will not get past that. And if you do, you will be really low. Because in that strategy you cannot use Mutsuki to get rid of the initial wave. You have to have all your buffers in, and you have to have Yuka for the dodges. So it's not easy. This also brings us to... Yeah, exactly. New Year Kayoko is the one that opened the possibility for the one team clear on Ghost. Without her, I think it's virtually impossible. Yeah, like one thing that I think is interesting is that, for example, Summer Ui, she gives effectiveness, but she's not been used in insane clears for Bina. I don't know in Torment if she's been used. I could guess she's, but no, like she's not been used here. Yeah, I think everyone is renting Kayoko. Indeed, I made my Kayoko available for rent, I think. I don't remember. I think I have Himari and Ako. But yeah, like if you go to the striker section, like everyone has Kayoko available. Kayoko or Hinata or Summer Isuna, they are like the most popular rental options. But the thing is that there are scenarios in which you don't really want to have like effectiveness buffers. For example, in Bina, like Torment, no one is using Summer Ui, and you would think that she's a good pick here. But actually, you want to have your characters spread so they don't take all damage from the AoE. Ui has Siege Armor, if I recall correctly. We can check it actually. Yeah, she has Siege Armor. And keep in mind that she's not weak to penetrating damage, so yeah, she only takes neutral damage from penetrating, so she in theory should be a good option here because she will give you more damage and like she should not struggle to survive. But I think the issue is that it's clunky to use her because having everyone traveling to her, it's time that you lose to shoot. And where do you fit her? Because you need discounts to get Mika going, and you need the attack buffs to get like all the damage up. And I think Bina is like one of the most stupidly high crit resistant enemies. So in theory, effectiveness should be really good against Bina, but she's not seeing any use. Yeah, Daruna chibi is really cute. I don't know if you can use Ui with the shield. That's the thing. It's complicated because I've been trying to fit her in any type of composition, but in Insane, all the pieces you use are like necessary. There is no one you can move out because there is no point on trying to crit on Bina, so we reduce his defense as much as we can. And with that low of a defense, you don't really need effectiveness because you're virtually doing raw damage to him. Mass shields. I don't know, like, I don't think the issue is survivability though. I think the issue with Ui is not that she doesn't survive. I think it's just hard to find a place for her. Because moving together is risky, because if you get caught by the laser, you're going to lose most of your students. So I think it's just too much risk to clamp your students and get one shot by the laser, for example. And even with shields, the laser is like really strong, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. So for those that play on the JP version, we are getting the joint exercise on the 11th of this month. It's going to be Urban Warfare. Enemies will have Siege Armor. This rule is kind of messed up because we're going to lose attack every time we defeat an enemy, and we can cleanse the debuff stacks with healing. So we had this rule before, so characters like Atsuko and Hanae will be really good here. The thing is that the enemies will also have increased HP, so It's hard to tell if you're going to be able to do this without at least 3 Sonic Strikers, because increased HP and siege armor is going to be kind of a mess, because besides Sonic damage, they take neutral damage from Mystic and Penetrating, and they take reduced damage from Explosive. So if you lack Sonic Strikers, you will have to use Penetrating and Mystic, but the increased damage and the attack debuffs may mess you up. So this challenge is going to be really interesting. I will make a guide using Sonic Strikers because I have all 4. I have not invested anything into Momiji, so I will be using Ichika, Kazumi and Hanako. And I will try to figure out a way to do it without at least one of them and add it to the guide, but it's gonna be hard. I think the increased HP is gonna be like the biggest issue.
キボトスで行われるさまざまな事件の数々シャーレに単
So let's try Ui. Let's see what's going on here. And we're going to keep renting Ako. I think the moving time is going to be like the deal breaker. That's gonna be the thing messing the run up. This is gonna put everyone in a bad position, but yeah, no, Torment is out of, I think it's like it's not completely out of reach for free to play, but is really like borderline out of reach. Usually, yeah, we're doing less damage. Usually it goes down to like 33 bars with the first EX. So yeah, the effectiveness buff is not working that well. And now we're stuck. And that's why it doesn't work here. Yeah. Interesting. Neutral damage is still a lot of damage. Maybe with more investment we could survive, but this is still like suboptimal. No, I just wanted to try if the effectiveness buff of Summer Ui could be a replacement for Akane, but no, it doesn't work. I don't think it's completely her fault. I think it's because I haven't fully invested into her. But I think Akane is better. It's just less clunky with a lower EX cost, and like the defense debuff is really useful because Bina defense is stupidly high. So yeah, I don't think Ui works here. Yeah, exactly. Like maybe Ui could be better in another raid with a lower defense stat, but Bina stat is too high. I'm gonna go to the English version of Blue Archive right now, because I think Ghost is a little bit more interesting to look at, because Bina is pretty much figured out, everyone's doing it pretty easily. Then maybe like my 2-team clear can help you optimize yours. Like mine is not the best clear, it's pretty unreliable to be honest. I have to restart a lot. But it works. Yeah, on Bina, I think defense debuff is just the way to go. Effectiveness is cool, but it's not worth using on Bina. It's just chunky. Venus just too strong. I think effectiveness is really strong against enemies with low defense. Like at that point, effectiveness is just better because like defense debuffs are not reducing something like that is like important. But when you have effectiveness, you are adding to a multiplier that is already high. So if you have 200% damage against an enemy that has low defense, and to that you add another, I don't know, 70% damage, it's going to be a lot better than reducing the enemy defense by 30% because the defense stat is already low. Currently, I'm on the platinum bracket. I don't think I will stay here until the end, but yeah, of course. Let me find my code. There you go. If you want to add me, this is your chance. First come, first serve. So, and well, we're on it. Like, I'm really happy. Lately, the channel has been growing. It had a little bit of a slump. It was growing really accelerated in 1 month ago. This month has been slower, but yeah, the channel has gotten a lot bigger, and I'm really happy about it. Like, it's even close to monetization, something that I didn't think I could ever reach. You have Wooly and UE50 Kasumi. Hmm. I mean, I don't think that any character really needs to be UE50, to be honest. I mean, it's great to have it, but it's not like a hard requirement for anything. Like, you can get pretty far without it. It depends on your goals. Like, if you want to be like top ranked and stuff like that, maybe you should. But for now, like at this moment, I would wait a little bit, because you don't know what's coming next. We don't know like what's gonna be the next character or the next raid. So it's hard to tell. I think the best thing to do right now is just to be patient and see what's happening and keep your resources on the side. So, for example, if the new raid is really heavily AoE focused, you invest on Ichika, uh, because she's going to be your main damage dealer if you're not using Summer Hanako. Ichika is going to be your main source of damage. I think she's gonna be like a hybrid between like Mika and Hinata. She doesn't have the guaranteed criticals of Mika and the tankiness of Mika, but she has a higher attack stat than Hinata. Her cone is really big, and her multiplier is stupidly high. So you can do the same strategy of boosting her with discounts and attack buffs and stuff like that, and she will probably carry you through any AoE challenge. While Kasumi, I think she's good, but I don't think she needs that much investment because even though she's an attacker, you will be mainly using her for her defense debuff that you can apply with her EX, so I see her more as a support. And Momiji, I don't know if you should invest into her too much. The thing is that her attack stat is ridiculous. Like, it's really, really high. It's one of the highest in the game, at 21,000. But that means that you have her like at level 50 affection, UE 50, like everything maxed, and but her multipliers are really low, and like she can boost her own attack. But I don't know, like if that was the whole story, cheerleader Hibiki would be one of the best characters, and she's not. Even though she has a ridiculous attack, she's not good. So I would be cautious about Momiji. I could prioritize Ichika over Kasumi. And yeah, but overall I just would wait a little bit. Wait and see. And then you can make like a more educated decision, I guess.
雨が降ったらこれで
Let's,
お待ちしておりました先生
if the game is too loud, let me know. I think it should be fine, but let me know if it's too loud. Perfect. Okay, so for those that are struggling with GOS, this is my first team. It's pretty obvious. Mika is going to be doing all the damage and the rest is going to be trying to keep her safe. Especially because Mika, she's gonna die pretty quick if she starts taking damage. And the second team is also really frail. It's really frail. Like, you have to keep the shields up or they will all die. Yeah. Asus is really good here. Because Ghost, like, if you can break his defense, it will be more effective than other kind of stuff, because his crit damage resistance is stupidly high, so you get more value from reducing his defense. It's a little bit like Bina in that sense. You get more damage, you get more value from flat buffs or debuffs than you get from chance related stuff. So yeah, like in this case Asus is good, but she will be doing very little here, to be honest. The main thing that she's going to be doing is just filling the rotation if we need her and keeping Mika alive. Almost same second, but my second has 1-star Summer Chizuko and I have to run Track Yuka instead of Summer Hoshino. I mean, Track Yuka is better than Swimsuit Shizuko, but having Hoshino there gives you like the Axel that you don't get because you don't have Himari, so having the Axel is good. And the attack buff is also really good. So yeah, it's a little bit of a trade-off. The thing is that Shizuko has a really small area, so you cannot manage your movement too well. And for that reason, Isuna is really good, because we can use her focus fire to drive our strikers closer to the boss. But the issue is that if she positions herself bad, she will be too far and she will not be able to reach the right ghost. For example, if the ghost is on the far left and she's like too far on the right, she will not be able to focus fire that one. So let's begin the hell run. This is truly one of the most stupid bosses for me. Yeah, like, I tried with Wakamo. I think Wakamo is like a really solid choice here, but I was just not getting the results I wanted, so I went for a more standard approach with Mika. Yeah, this is going to be restart hell loop. One tip, use your Mutsuki before they land, so you can get a little bit of a clear before they come too close. I think that will help your runs a lot. Good things that Mika can survive the drain if she's on the far end of the hitbox, but yeah, like, it's not ideal. Remember, you can pre-fire the mobs, that's like really valuable. So now, for example, I use Asusa, like, we don't have to dodge right now, and yeah, Mika died. That's the biggest issue with Mika. The other thing I have never understood about Ghost is sometimes, I think that if you shoot him at the right time, you can nullify the damage from the bomb he throws, but I have never been able to work out how it properly works. Yeah, this is insane difficulty. Ghost is cursed. One thing I could do here, I don't know how effective it would be, but maybe I could boost Mutsuki, so I can ensure Harry X cleans the enemies that are coming on the drain, but I don't think it's worth losing the DPS. I prefer just to pre-fire them, and then they come with like 1 HP, and Asus and Mutsuki can do the cleaning. Okay, so now Mika is the target, and she's going to be 1 HP. She takes 1 more hit and she's gone because she's on the rails. Yeah, Ghost is problematic, especially because if your strikers walk in the wrong way, you're dead. Yeah, she loves to get in front of the bombs, she loves to get inside the railroads, like, Mika is just too aggressive. Too much of a gorilla. Ah, frick, I forgot to deal with the mobs. I don't know, like, Ghost is fun on a way too. Like, I have like mixed feelings about Ghost. Like, he's a fun raid, but he's stupidly RNG, so it's like, it's complicated. Like, the concept of Ghost is really interesting. Like, I really think it's a really interesting raid, and Nick is that. But that kind of situations are annoying. Like, Mika was dead because she walked into the AoE. Hello, welcome. Yeah, there is a small chance that Mika dodge the bomb, but yeah, it's not really reliable. Okay, let's see if we can get a good run here. Okay, this is looking decent. But I'm a little bit slow on the DPS side here because I missed an EX with Mika. She should be fine. Oh, that was too soon. Okay, this is a restart. Yeah. That is it's complicated. I mean, I don't think she could be Ghost. She could be good on Ghost, but I think she's good in general. Like, my opinion, Maidarisu has changed in time. I thought she would be more like a collection character, but she ended up being pretty good. I think it's one of those characters that are like good, like in a scenario, but not good in general. It's like what I was saying a little bit before you arrived. Like, some characters are good in Torment, but before Torment they are not. And that's the issue. I think Karisu kind of falls in that category. She's good at certain stuff, and especially at Torment, but she's like not good in general. So it's hard to tell. For example, she's good in Gregorius, like really good in Gregorius. But besides Gregorius, like she has not been too meta. I fired too soon again. That's annoying. Ah, Mickey's dead. Oh, she's alive. Beautiful. That was really lucky. Okay, that fire was perfect. And Mickey's not being targeted. Okay, this may be a good run. Yeah, we finally got a dodge. I'm not moving here, we're actually in a perfect position and we can do this now. Fire now. A little bit off, freak. No, Mutsuki died. Yeah, it's... I don't know, I'm just very unlucky maybe. Like my dodge luck with Mika is like... I think below average. Not gonna lie. Yuka's gonna take a lot of damage. But she's gonna be fine. Just a little bit scared. I think Mika's gonna be the next target. She's like one step in front of Mika. I mean Yuka. Maybe if we move early. Freak. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a restart. Mutsuki's too close and she's gonna die. Anastasia died too. No, my Mika is fully maxed, everything... Yeah, tier 7. I think the batches, the third slot? I don't remember, but yeah, she has max gear. She's fully maxed. You should just stay behind Yuka. That would be the solution. He's too greedy for a fight. I think Mika's gonna go down and Mutsuki too. Okay, Mutsuki survived. Okay, then yeah, I maxed Mika every time as soon as an upgrade is available, I max her. So yeah, whatever the max level is currently in global, she has it. Like, she's too good to not max immediately. Freak. Okay, good. Yuka run in front of Mika. She should be safe now. This dodge is gonna be troublesome. Yeah, Mutsuki is too far ahead. Ah, crap. The movement RNG is just so annoying. Like, this run could have been a lot easier if I just had like good movement RNG. Like, look at that, why Mika is on the rails now? I'd be curious to try the new Sonic characters on Ghost, because Hanako actually performed better than Mutsuki in Ghost. I tried her here and she was clearing the waves with a lot of ease, because her attack stack is ridiculous and her multipliers are a lot higher than Mutsuki too. Yeah, but the game doesn't allow us to have Mika punch the train. Mika probably can stop the train with one hand. Ah, I have to shield her soon. I hope she dodges. Yeah, finally. Okay, the luck is turning up. Can this be the run? Okay, double train now, and we'll chill. Mickey's in the train again. Crap. Okay, we're alive. Not for long though. Yeah, she wants to show the train who's the real boss. The problem is that Mika is still in front of Yuka. She's gonna go down. If she doesn't dodge, she dies. Okay. Yeah, she's dead. She dodged. That was so lucky, 1 HP dodge. Okay, phase 2. The issue is that we need to hit a threshold, otherwise we are not going to get the team clear. There is a little trick. I will try to point it out, but there is a trick to identify the real boss. Like if you saw, I immediately knew who was the real boss, and there is a little trick. Ah, Mika died. Can we get to the threshold though? Nope. Ah, crap. So, if we get to phase 2 again, keep an eye on the feet of the ghosts when they spawn. I think you will see what I mean. Just keep an eye on his feet. If you notice what I mean, you will be like, damn, it's easier to know now. Like when I figure out the trick on the feet of ghosts, it's like 90% of the time I get it right. The issue is that you have to pay a lot of attention. Sometimes it's really brief, the moment where you can identify the real ghost through the feet, but if you can manage to pay attention every time, it's a lot easier. Ah, crap, too soon. I'm just not focusing enough on this. No, I didn't hit the boss. Crap. Okay. Phase 2, let's go. Yeah, I mean, Mutsuki check-in is a good method. I always use it too. But there is a little detail you can see on Ghost feet that will point you to the right one. And it's just a lot easier and a lot less DPS waste when you get it. The issue is that, as I said, it's like an instant that you have to notice. So it's not reliable because it's like really fast. We're struggling to get there because of the RNG movement. Okay, we're gonna face Tanky Bomb. Now I'm gonna shoot on the Mika. Hey, Mika, come on. Dodge the shit. Oh, come on, Mutsuki. Yeah, the 1 HP dodge was just the luckiest, but still not good enough. Like for me to get the 2 team clear, I have to leave Ghost with less than 100 bars on the first team. Otherwise it's a gone. Yeah, Ghost theme is really good. I also like Gregorius a lot. Gregorius' music is amazing, probably one of the best. Oh, perfect. My Mutsuki, I think is 5 stars, I don't remember. It could be 3, I don't remember. We can check after this attempt. Oh god, she's gonna die. I think both Mik and Mutsuki are in the bad zone. Let's check it out. Okay, they are safe. Yeah, Gregorius' music is probably my favorite, it's amazing. It's freaking amazing. Bina music too is really good. I'm really torn between Ghost and Bina. I mean Gregorius and Bina. Probably Gregorius. It's just amazing, like it's so fitting. Yeah, it's so sad that it gets lowered every time that the chorus activates. Okay, pay attention to Ghost Feet now. Did you see it? It should be this one. Ah, it's the far one. So, Ghost, when he spawns, you will see 3 lights. But the one on the feet of the real one will be a little bit more intense. Sometimes he will get a red light. Yeah, it should be the far left one. I just didn't look good enough, but the light below the feet of Ghost, the real one, will be more intense. And for example, like if he's on the red position for the AoE attack with the 3 lights, he sometimes will spawn with the light of the color that he will illuminate when that attack triggers. But it's like not 100% reliable because you have to be able to look at an instant in 3 different positions. I think we can get that again, and we'll try to illustrate it better, but like most of the times it works, but it's really hard to really notice. I mean, yeah, you can focus on one, but the issue is that you still have another 2. So, and the issue is that it's such a small difference that if you don't look at all 3, you may not even notice it. It's like really faint. But when you see it, it's like, oh, it's so obvious, but it's hard to see. That's the issue. Please Mika do not walk into the train. Finally. Okay. We're gonna be fine. Mika's not being a gorilla. She's been a princess, come on. Chill, we're going to change face probably soon. Yeah, perfect. The raid I hate the most, Peroro. I despise Peroro. It's so freaking annoying. I was not paying attention, I'm just guessing. Oh, good. I think it's life hack, I don't think it's bug. Sometimes he will you have the light he's going to do the 3 lights attack on. I think they added that like as a quality of life feature because before it was impossible. But yeah, Yeah, I despise freaking Peroro. I hate that ride so much. And the other ride I don't really like too much is Kaiten. Kaiten I can bear, but Peroro I just despise that ride with all my soul. It's so annoying. The freaking shiny Peroro's mechanic and all that stuff is just... it's mind-numbing. I really despise Peroro. Okay, let's see. Team 2. So here you have two options. If you're doing the Hoshino strategy, you can either start with Hoshino or you can start with Chizuko. But like Hoshino is in theory better, but it's a little bit risky. Because if you don't make it in time to do this shield, you will lose Isuna. And here you have to chill because Isuna is gonna go down like immediately. I did not pay attention to the hats. We are alive. Good. Insane Peroro is stupidly annoying. Ah, frick. It was the one on the left. So this boss in this phase clones itself 2 times and you have to guess the right one, and the other 2 will not take any damage. Yeah, I mean, you can, it's just more complicated. Okay, now we know it's the far left because they are hitting the two in the middle and they are not taking any damage. So yeah, we can move here. The issue Isuna is a little bit short on range, so she may not be able to reach that one. We can fix that through deployment, but it's complicated. So what I should do here is probably restart, to be honest, because we are in a really bad position. And we also got stunned, and now we die to the lights, so yeah. Yeah, I usually go in a loop with when it's not the middle or the right. So yeah, like in that case was the left, I should have just immediately restarted. Like right now is again the same. The thing is that sometimes you can get Isuna to move to the right spot and just save. Because restarting every time is a little bit like annoying, so if I can save some time restarting, I will try. But now the issue is that I'm in a bad position to dodge the lights, so I have to spam the skills as much as I can and hope to get the rotation back into Shizuko. However, you can survive this if you shield in time, but I don't think I will make it. Oh yeah. Like, yeah, we lost one there. Yeah, Ghost is just... I like it. I like Ghost, but the restarting and the RNG on Ghost is just so annoying. Okay, we should have a good spawn now. It's always on the left. Yeah. I mean, it depends. Like right now I'm having really bad lag and I'm restarting because I don't get it in a good position, but now for example it's a good one. But the last 3 before this one were not good. If you're going to copy this formation, don't worry too much about boosting Hasumi with Ako. Most of the time it's gonna be fine just with Kayoko buff. Of course the Ako buff is gonna be good, but you don't need to do it every time. just prioritize your rotations. Also, I haven't activated Koshino yet, which is a little bit of an issue. I think it's this one. No, come on. That's the other thing, that if you use focus fire, you're gonna be freaked if you miss the target, because you're going to lose all the DPS. I'm just gonna die if there is a ball in there. Let's pray it's not. Nice. Another trick you can do to avoid guessing is time this. Okay, we got it, so we should have the focus fire immediately. That's a little trick you can do. When you fight to the right and not to the left, right now was the left cat, or does the cat switch places? He switch places every restart. Every time I restart, he will spawn in a different position, it's just random. But we are also being really unlucky. So remember, like, if you time this, you can get the focus fire immediately and you do not have to chase. Unlucky. I used it too early, so he got this spell on the focus fire. It's so complicated. There are so many little things you can do on this raid to make it better, but they are all like really timing heavy. I think we got a good spawn, yeah. I had the feeling it was the right one. Yeah, exactly, that's the timing. I don't know where the ball is, you didn't pay attention. Okay, we're going to save that. Hopefully we don't die because we're cheap, but yeah. Too late. This one? Yeah, perfect. Okay, we got a good one. Okay, this run could be good. We just need to have a minimum RNG. Yeah. The timing for Isuna is with the right one, yeah. I was just a little bit too late. We're not having luck with the criticals on Hasumi though. This is gonna bite us. Okay, let's... Nice, we got a perfect spawn there. Cool, I could do that too. That's actually a really good idea. Ah, crap. Got a good spawn there. Nice. We may be able to make it. We just need to land some good hits with Hasumi and we get the clear. Now I think I will want to wait for Akko buff to ensure that we get a crit. Come on Hasumi, get us the clear. No. That one. gonna be in a second. Perfect. Ah, that worked. Not the best, but we got it. 27 million. A decent score. Ghost is really interesting but really annoying.
お待ちしておりました
Yeah,
先生
finally. It's not my best score though. I gotten a little bit higher, but it's just like 10 seconds faster. Yeah, victory. People doing Torment is crazy though. 2 teams Torment clears. But like, I don't know how they do this. This is really impressive. 2 teams. And this is one of the cases, like for example Haruka. I could never recommend Haruka if we think insane and below. But in Torment she works. So it's so complicated now to give a recommendation when you factor Torment into it. Oh yeah, probably 100 times. I cannot daft, but I can do something. What can we do? Let's see. Yeah, no. But yeah, finally we got that clear. So yeah, like the most important thing when you do ghosts, I think, is just timing your skills properly and just pre-fire the mobs so they die and before they get close to you. If you need to buff your Mutsuki, you can buff your Mutsuki and you should be fine. She needs some upgrades here, but the stamina is not really abundant, so yeah. It's gonna be interesting how Sonic characters change the game though. Because I think Mutsuki will get replaced in Ghost and Peroro. With Ichika having the damage she has, she could even replace Hinata. So I don't know, it's gonna be really interesting. I cannot wait to see what's gonna happen next. And on the topic of raids and Sonic damage, my guess for the Sonic raid is that it's obviously going to be an AoE raid. Like, they have given us only AoE characters. And they gave us Haruna that can reposition us, so I think it will have like ghost elements in that sense that we will have to dodge stuff and the damage will come from it will be either lethal or just cheap. So yeah, because moving and healing, I think healing will matter a lot and shields will not. And yeah, it's going to probably be similar to Ghost. I'm really curious about the Siege raid. I think it's going to be really similar to Ghost. Like, considering what we have currently available. I need to work on Hinata so I can try the one team strategy, but I just don't have the resources. No, I tried Haruna on freaking what's the name? Shirokuro. The delay on Haruna's call is so weird. I don't know how Haruna, like, what's gonna make her like better. I think her healing will matter a lot in the next raid. That's what I think will make her good. but her repositioning ability is so weird. Sonic Tank, that's interesting too. Like the first Sonic Tank, I think, like obviously this is just a wild guess, we don't have anything to go by. But I think it's going to be like one of the Fox SRT students. I think the leader, like Miyako, is like a penetrating tank. I think the leader of the Fox squad is going to be a Sonic tank. And I think like there's going to be like a Sonic nuke on that team too. Like I don't think the whole Fox squad gonna be Sonic, but it wouldn't be like too weird if 3 of the 4 of them are like Sonic characters. Like we still need a support, we still need a tank, and we still need a debuffer probably. Like yeah, we need a buffer, a debuffer, and a tank. And for the specials, we need an attacker because we have a healer now, and we also need a support. So yeah, there is a lot of room for that. Probably, what's the name? I think Seiya will be special, and I think she will be like a Sonic special attacker or Sonic special support. I don't know, probably a support. I think she will be a buffer, like Himari style, she will be like broken. That's what I think Seiya will be. Release wise, timing wise, I think Seiya and the Fox Squad should be either by the end of this year or early next year. Probably one of them, like probably Seiya, will be for February on the anniversary. Yeah, I agree. Seiya sounds like an anniversary character. Yeah, that's why I think it's not that wild to think that the whole Fox Squad could be Sonic, because as you say, all the Arius is explosive, all the Rabbit is penetrating, so all the Fox being Sonic damage is not that impossible. Yeah, say a striker looks hard to me. It would be funny, but I don't think it's too possible. Like in the story, like her role is not too much of an offensive role. She's like a leader, an intellectual. She doesn't look like a field fighter. But you never know. You never know. Like they made this character that is, she's an engineer and she's on the field with her turret, so you never know. Yeah, third anniversary, Trinity anniversary. Yeah, true. I didn't expect Kasumi to be an striker, to be honest. Yeah, true, all the anniversary characters are strikers, so it could be possible that the next one is also striker, but there is also a chance they want to break that tradition, to say so, and make it a special. Also, we need competition in the special category. Like, let's be honest here, these two and her have been like the holy trinity of specials since Ako came available to the game, she's been always picked. Himari came into the game, always picked. Fuka came into the game, she switched place with Ako. Like, these three need some competition. It's true that in Gregorius, like, they are not meta right now, but like 90% of the raids, they are meta joint exercise unless there is like a really special rule where they are not good, they're still a good peak, so I think we need more competition here. And it's sad because Hibiki, for example, she was really good at release, but now she's honestly, even though she's one of my favorite characters, she's frankly bad now. Like, she's outdated. Her multipliers are not great. Her attack stat is decent, but I don't know. Her kit is a little bit on the slow side. I don't know why she has fallen off grace so badly, but yeah, Hibiki is not that good. Hanae is a good healer, but healing is also outdated right now. Like, raids like Ghost, they have a healing debuff, and like either they debuff healing or they deal too much damage for healing not to matter. Yeah, Nagisa is better than Hibiki, yeah. Because Nagisa, I need to work on her, but this, like, her multiplier is higher, her cost is smaller, and this debuff is huge. And she also has the ability to heal, and like her sub skill is a specialist buff, so it's also power creeping Hibiki. Yeah, like I think, yeah, it's crit damage for explosive, so it's a specialist buff. And Hibiki has the old version, which is just crit damage. So Nagisa is a straight up power creep to Hibiki. Yeah, I think that release characters are getting outdated. Like, another good example of a character that got outdated is Iori. Where is Iori? I don't have her on this account. Oh yeah, I do. I got her recently. Iori got power crept by Mika. But it's not only limited characters power creeping though. That's the thing. Like, for example, who is not limited and power crept another character? Yeah, Iori is still meta in PvP, but other than that, she's fallen off a lot because her damage is unreliable and Mika does everything she does better. So yeah, and Mika is stupidly tanky. Like, it's just Iori out of PvP has been replaced completely by Mika. A good example is Kotama. She used to be the prime buffer, and Himari and Ako are not limited and they both power creep Kotama. Kaede is just bad. I'm sorry to tell you, but Kaede is just bad. All of her kit is just horrible. She's a really fun character, but she's so bad. Okay, let's start with the shields. No. Iori is not good in Chisel anymore. I mean, she's decent at it, but if you're to team in it, yeah, Mika is the better choice in Chisel too, even though she's weak to the boss damage type. So yeah, Kaede is bad. Her shields are just shields. She doesn't provide any reposition. The multiplier is not great and the cost is bad. Like, you can use Track Yuka for that, or Swimsuit Shizuko for shields, and they are both better. This debuff, I mean, this buff is not great. Defense buffs in general are not like really valuable. Like, we want damage. The damage of bosses is so high that defense most of the time doesn't matter at all, because the mechanics that one-shot you will just kill you even if you have like a ton of defense. this will give her more power to the shield, but the shield itself is bad, so it makes it's only less bad thanks to this. And yeah, HP is decent, but it's not good enough to save her, the rest of her kit. It's just clunky and like not very practical. Like there are so many better choices that Kaede is just bad. Unlucky, mate. That's really, really unlucky. But I think I beat you to that. My JP account still cannot pull Akko. I don't know how can I be that unlucky? It's been like when she came out, I didn't have enough for PT. And I've gone to PT so many times and I have gotten so many dupes or characters that I don't even need dupes anymore. And I still cannot get Akko on my JP account. It's so freaking annoying. Like in this account, I've been pulling for all the characters that I haven't gotten in my JP account, but oh my god, Ako has been dodging my JP account for so long. So freaking long. Where is freaking Ako? I knew she would be good. Also, like, back then I was posting the L2D memorial lobbies, and this would have been a really popular video. Freaking Akos cannot stop dodging my freaking account.
こんな格好じー
Yeah, this L2D is something else. But I can show you one worse. Ako's not my type, but she's freaking powerful. Give me a second. Yeah, yeah, there are worse though. I think among the kinky L2Ds, Ako is the tamest. Yeah, true. I don't know if you can hear the music now, but I really like this soundtrack. Second, I'm logging into the JP account, and I'll back. I cannot wait for the story to progress. Hiyori, Hiyori, Hiyori. She's escaping my mind. Hiyori, Hiyori. Oh, Hiyori. Yeah. You mean... where is she? No, Kotori, where is he? Wait. The OST, I don't know the name. I know it's the one for the PB for the SRT squad. Level 71. Hiyori. Oh, there she is. Yeah, Hiyori. Yeah. Okay, wait. Let's go through the wars. I mean, not wars, but dirtiest LTD. I mean, I think this one is something else. Who else is like on another level? Oh wait, where is she? I haven't leveled up her too much, so she should be about the bottom here. Okay. So this one is probably one of the most surprising one. But it's still pretty tame. This one though, I think this one is the... I mean, I think this one has no competition though. Yeah. Summer Iori, I think this one. It's fine, it's fine. I mean, there is no nudity, so it's fine. It's just some fun and giggles. I'm not monetized, so it's fine. I will be soon, like, if I can get 130 hours of watch time, I can get access to some of the monetization, so it could be cool. I never thought I could be this close to it, but yeah, like, it's happening, and I have you to thank. Like, all the people that has stick to the channel for so long and has been watching the streams and the videos. Like, I really appreciate it. Like, I didn't expect the channel to get that to this point, to be honest. It's been a hobby I started just for mental health, to be honest. It was a rough time, and doing these videos kept me like sane, to be honest. I was in a really bad spot, and doing this was like a sanity check for me. It was like, okay, I'm still working towards something. So yeah, it's just great. It feels really good. I think Chinatsu's worse though. I don't know. I cannot make a poll, so any LTD I have never opened the lobby. Yeah, plenty. We can actually see. Okay, so I haven't opened this. All of the other ones I have. Damn. Yeah, I don't know. I have never opened... Yeah, Sensei is kinda messy with Yori. I have never opened Koharu, actually. I have never I have never used her lobby. Who else? Or maybe I have. I don't know. There are some characters I have for sure claimed the lobby, but I have never used. I just cannot think of the top of my mind who. Who's your favorite lobby, guys? Like, mine personally is Ibiki. I think this is my favorite lobby. I just like the ambience, the music, like the vibe this one has, I think is the best. Yeah. Sport Haruna. Yeah, her lobby is good too. It's really detailed. I don't know. New Year's Erika also is really good too, you're right, with the cats. I don't think I have it though. Or do I? Yeah, I do. Freak, I don't have Mine. I wanted her so bad, but I couldn't get her both times because Mika was after her. I just couldn't get Mine. And she's still not spooking my account. Yeah, this one is quite something too. Yeah, I also like this one too. Also the art style on this one is really pretty. I don't have it, so I cannot show it to you, but it's really beautiful. She's like in a flower field in the night. It's really pretty. Also this one is really nice. Like the art style on this one is just really... It's how you say it. It's really nice. It feels really calm. Yeah, there are really... Yeah, like besides some exceptions, I think all the lobbies are like quite amazing. I think this one I don't like, to be honest. It's just I don't like the art style on this one. It feels off. I know Shiroko fans will not be happy, but I just don't like this LTD. I think it's probably one of the worst. Track Yuke is also really good. I also like this one too. Also Mika is really good. Okay, let's do some Bina. Actually, there is something here. Have any of you been able to clear the last stage of this event? This stage is stupidly hard. I don't know if any of you have tried it, but it's stupidly hard. Let me show you this. Tukuyo, that's a good suggestion actually. Who should I move though? Because we need Mika to defeat the bosses. They are both heavy armor. And I need Aru to clear the waves. Maybe no potion? Oh yeah. I wanted to download it for the first impressions video of Kasumi and Ichika, but I couldn't get it. Really? Like, I don't know. I have had so many issues with this stage. There is so much damage, and everything surrounds you. So it's I don't know. Also, like there's a debuff on the regen because you get regen from the enemies you KO, so it's like a little bit on the annoying side. Oh crap. Oh crap. I missed that. I don't know if I should keep alive the guards. I don't know. This stage has been a pain in the butt for me. Why the hell I cannot see anything? Oh no, I got the bug. Freak. Have you ever gotten that bug? If you cast an EX skill too late? I think this one is harder than being insane, to be honest. Not used to it yet. I think the music is a little bit on the loud side. I cannot... What? Oh, there. Okay, that's better. Maybe I should time the Taru skill on the rivals of those guys, so I can clean the whole wave. But I don't think it's possible though. Iris is still really good. Even though she's one of the original characters, she hasn't gotten any power crept. Even Toki did not power creep Aru. She's still like the queen of AoE damage for explosives. Okay, this is working actually. Good suggestion on the Squeal. Even though mine is not like too invested, it's working pretty fine. As long as Aru doesn't die, we are fine. We're gonna be fine. Maybe. Oh no, I think Aru's gonna die. So I need to save Aru. Do they keep the guards alive? Do you keep them alive? Like, they feel pretty useless to me. Oh, I actually got it. No, I didn't. Fuck. Oh, crap. I ran out of time. Yeah, Aru got the long stick on the on the distribution for the starting characters.
また会ったな先生
Her kit works great, and the unique accessory she got, it made her even better. That's another thing though, that some characters, after getting the unique accessory, they have become a lot better. I need to upgrade this one, but it's incredible how much power that thing gave to some characters. Some characters went from mediocre to really good just because of the unique accessory. Akari is good. It's not as reliable as Saru, but she's pretty good. I think she's one of the better 2-stars characters, to be honest. Akari is really solid. I think she's one of the best 2-stars. Probably one of the few that is worth the investment. I haven't invested too much into her because I had Aru since the beginning, but she's good. I mean, if you have Mutsuki, you'd do better to invest in Mutsuki, or to have both invested. Mutsuki is really strong. But yeah, Akari is good. She can carry you through a lot of content. In the beginning, like really early days, she was pretty meta in Kaiten, to be honest. So yeah, like Akari is good. She's not the best, but she's good. Mutsuki is just stupid with this stuff. It's just too much damage. Yeah, she's worth the investment. I should invest more into her. Like, I have been spreading my resources too thin. I'm still missing lots of upgrades and stuff. Like, yeah. The thing is that I've been trying to upgrade more characters so I can showcase more stuff and try more stuff, but I'm getting too thin on resources now, so I don't know what to do. Like, I need to focus more on specific characters, but at the same time, like, how can I actually evaluate how good Ichika is if I don't at least max her skills and gear? I don't need to have her like fully invested with UE level 50, but all the other stuff should be at least fully invested on. Because I feel like some characters like really spike after they reach a certain point, and some really never spike. And this is especially true for DPS characters. They spike really hard, and support characters, they do not spike too much because they provide utility through their skills, not through their combat. So yeah, it's complicated. The issue is that we got 2 DPS on one go. Yeah, I'm a little bit short now on resources. Okay. Yeah, true. Akari was meta at the beginning. Yeah, Kasumi, she's pretty fun. I'm not too much into the beginning of her live 2D, but she's funny. Also, I think this is really funny. It's a stupid thing, but it makes me laugh every time. Yes, send her flying.
よーし 飛んでいくか。よーし、飛んでいくか。
She went back to her planet.
先生も読んでみますか？私の大好きな本なんです。
Mika, I mean, Ichika, she stares into your soul when she opens her eyes.
間違えたっすか？
Yeah, Kasumi is really funny. Even her EX when she goes like, makes like sounds, like it's one of those characters that just cracks you up, makes you laugh. Ichika's voice is really good too. It fits really well her character.
先生、こっちっす。こっち見えるっすか？ああ、これはただの風船っすけど。
Yeah, Ichika is generally a great character. I don't think there is like a single character in Blue Archive that has like a non-fitting voice. I think they have done a really good job with the casting. Like, most of the time, you can find one or two characters that do not fit in a game, but I think Blue Archive has done great. Like, for example, in Fire Emblem Heroes, I don't know how many of you play that. I still play it for some reason. I'm very burnt out of it, but I make the weekly guides for it, so there are some characters that is just like, this voice do not fit the character at all. Especially in the English versions, some characters casting has been like horrendous, but that's subjective, that's my opinion. But I think Blue Archive in general has done a great job. Okay, last few minutes, so if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, anything you want to share. Yeah, Mika playing the guitar would be funny. I really like that sticker in the load screen with the Ichiga playing guitar and Mashiro spectating behind. Mashiro is also a funny character. She's like this really not clever character. Like it's funny how Mashiro is. The best PvP on global right now. I think the best PvP team in global right now would be for tanks Yuka and Tsubaki, for DPS Iori and Mika probably, or Haruna. But you have to have Shun in there. You just cannot replace Shun. She has to be in because she will give you the acceleration at the beginning. So Shun, Tsubaki, and Yuka are like fixed choice. Otherwise, you can replace Yuka with Atsuko, which is stupidly good too, or Hoshino, which is also really good. So those are your alternatives for tanks. And yeah, DPS Iori, Mika, Haruna is decent. It depends. It depends a lot on your bracket. For example, I have deranked a little bit on global.
見えますかプラナちゃん
I always go down
あれ
at this time of the day. But where is my team? I've been running this team for defense, I mean for attack, and works great for me. In global you cannot run this one because we don't have Shiroko, but you can run Serena instead of Shiroko, or if you want more damage you can run Samerayane, works pretty well. Otherwise you can also run Himari for the Axel, but this is pretty much the team that is meta in global, without Shiroko obviously. And for defense, I've been running this one, which is pretty similar. Here we hope on having a spike at the beginning with Mutsuki reaching far. If she can get to Shun and Iori early, you just win. Utaha is good. I have never tried Utaha. She was really popular, but in JP she is just not popular anymore. Let's see what the top players are doing. Yeah, like Utaha has fallen off the meta pretty hard in JP. Junko? Regular Junko, you mean? Yeah, she has immortality, but honestly, I have never seen her being used. You could be right, I don't know. I have never tried her myself, but I also have never faced her. I was ranked 27 this season, and all the people that attacked me never used Junko. My top rank was 3, I was so close to number 1. But this season I have not been curating my PvP rank, to be honest. I just do 3 on the reset and 2 later on the day, because you go up after reset and then they will kick you down a little bit. So you wanna wait, you want to save 2 or 3 tickets. So when the collection resets, you can rank up again before you collect your rewards. That's like the best way to go about PvP. Do not use all your tickets on reset. Wait for the collection resets. I mean, yeah, PvP is just RNG simulator. You roll the die and the one that activates the strongest DPS character early wins. But yeah, okay. Last question if anyone has it, otherwise I will be saying goodbye for today and thanking everyone for coming and again for sticking to the channel. I will give you a little sneak peek before finishing the stream. Yeah, that's your core issue, you don't have Shun. I will give you a sneak peek of something I've been working on before I leave. Okay. it's gonna be hopefully a good preview.
すみませんでした先生。なんだかご迷惑をおかけしてしまって。
But I've been trying to learn how to use more tools and add gradients and edit a little bit better the images. And I wanted to change the format of the videos. So I've been working on the next Kaho review, and this is part of the new format I plan to use. So yeah, it's a little bit of a sneak peek. It's not perfect yet, it's still on the works, but I feel like it gives a little bit more personality to the presentation. Yeah, it's not going to be all like that. Like, it's going to be like different parts of the lobby animation. But yeah, I wanted to try doing my own format instead of just using the Blue Archive format. I don't know if I will end up using this for the next video for the Kaho review, but I may try. There is a lot of stuff to refine, but I think it's going in the right direction. And voiceovers, I think, is something I wanna try in the future. Maybe on this video, maybe not. But yeah, I'm trying to build up the confidence to do it. So yeah. That's all for today, and thank you everyone for tuning in, and have a good night or good rest of your day. It's I talked about Maidarisu at some point. I'll just give you the short version because I was about to end the stream. She's good for Torment, but below Torment she's not amazing. The thing is that many characters spike in use and utility on Torment difficulty. But yeah, Maidarisu is one of those. She's not generally good, she's good in Torment. Okay guys, thank you very much and see ya next time. Bye bye.